And we are live, baby.
Live.
Yes, sir. It is Josiah Willis here alongside with my homie, Just
Live.
Common Monte, aka King
Live.
Gigawatt, aka Beezy. Try Beezy.
Hey,
You already know what it is. We is in
hey,
the
hey,
building.
hey,
Yes, sir.
hey. What's happening?
Yeah, man. Nothing, bro.
It's Monty, and I'm loaded. We know it.
Yep. And we are the live outlet LYVE. That is once again LYVE. There is no I. You know what I'm saying? Just like how there's no, I in team, but you,
All
you,
right.
you get the point. You get the point. Okay.
Right.
Anyways, so it's me and my guy Beezy here, and we're going to go about talking about some wrestling talk. Once again, WWE is the subject at hand, and we want to talk about WrestleMania 39 and what could potentially come after the events from the show. It'll be coming around. WrestleMania is like what next week, bro?
Shoot, I don't know. It might
Sheesh.
be next week. Is the first. What's the date of it? The first,
It is
or is it the ninth?
April. Let me see. You
April
might be
the ninth.
right. April 1st through April 2nd of 2023.
Dang, it's next weekend.
Yeah, that's literally okay. Got you. Thank you.
Wow, it is next weekend.
Yeah,
Wow,
bro. It came by fast, bro,
it
didn't it?
definitely creeps.
Yeah,
Dang,
bro.
that's crazy.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna start off with some of the back end matches. Of course, I don't want to describe it as a back end match, but it's been a match that's been built with a great story since the Bloodline its inception. I want to say in August of 2020, kind of like
Yeah,
starting around that time.
something
So
like that.
yes, we got the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. I believe you said Kevin and Sami, right?
Yeah, that's what I picked. That's what I picked. Yeah,
Me too. Okay,
that's what I picked.
so let's say Kevin and Sami come out of this with the victory against the Usos. Where do you see them going for the next month? Like, where do you see them still feeding with the Usos or not feeding with the Usos after WrestleMania?
I think they might still have to feud with the Usos until SummerSlam. Is that the next pay per view after WrestleMania?
After WrestleMania, it
The
will
next big
be
one. What's the next big pay per view after WrestleMania?
Backlash.
Oh shoot, yeah, because
And they're going to be in
Usos.
Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny's going to be there. He's sponsored. They're going to be in Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say a lot of people is gonna put their rematches in. I don't know if Cody. Cody's gonna be on one show. The way the well either. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think Backlash is going to be the Usos versus
Mm-hmm.
them, but I think another tag team might end up sliding into there too, so it might end up being a triple threat. I
Yes, sir. Yes,
don't know
sir.
who, but I'm seeing a triple threat would be cool.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would be something dope to see.
I want what chat team they would probably put them with. Maybe the Braun Brutes with you got Pete Dunne and
Right?
no sorry
Yeah,
Pete Dunne and Rich Holland. I won't
yeah.
mind that.
I
No, I'm
wouldn't
not
mind
calling
it
him
either.
Butch. I'm calling him Pete Dunne.
Right.
Okay, Pete Dunne. And it's been
Right.
rumored that he's going to get his name back. Triple H and all them are working on to get his name back to not be Bush no more, which I think is actually the best idea going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's Pete Dunne, bro. It's not Butch. Anyways, the next match we have is Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders. Who we got?
Uh,
And this is called the WrestleMania, basically Fail
that's the
4-Way Tag Team
pre-show.
Showcase, huh?
Is this on the pre-show, or this is a
I don't think
main
they're
event,
doing pre-shows
the
no
big
more, bro.
show?
I don't think they're doing pre-shows no more.
Oh man.
It
Dude.
shouldn't be on a pre-show either, though.
Let me think, man. Who's the teams again?
We got Braun Strowman and Ricochet,
Yeah,
the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders.
and they just fighting just cause, or is there a belt on the line?
No, it's just a WrestleMania Showcase Fail 4-Way Tag match. That's what the building it is or describing it as, basically.
I'm gonna go with the Street Profits. I'm gonna go with them. I like Braun and them though. I mean, everybody has a chance to win on this though.
I like
Ah,
the pairing of Braun and Ricochet only because I like the story of Big Man versus Little Man. This is like Rey Mysterio to his Batista almost.
yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah, man. But I have a funny feeling that Braun and Ricochet are going to feud sometime later this year. Which would help Ricochet go to the next level, I think, for his career. As far as Chad Gable and Otis, I think they're going to break up eventually. Montez and Angelo Dawkins are going to break up, I think, eventually. As far as the Viking Raiders, I think they might have a shot at winning this match.
They do, and I like them. I
Yeah, me too.
like them too. I like them too.
Me too.
Um, dang man. Oh
Yep.
man.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna go with the Viking Raiders on that one. I think coming out of it, they probably get a guaranteed title shot, maybe somewhere down the line against either the Usos or Kevin and Sammy. The same thing they're gonna be. Then they haven't officially named any other teams besides Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They're gonna be put in a similar scenario. I'm just gonna give it to Liv and Raquel. They'll end up winning it.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
You're
Yep.
probably
All
right.
right. Edge versus Finn Balor. Hell in a Cell match.
And I ain't seen Raw, but I seen the promo.
Ooh, with Edge?
Edge had the nerve to call out the demon, bro. Leave the demon alone, bro.
Dude,
Leave the demon alone. You don't
he
want that
proclaimed himself to be the devil, bro. So it's like,
You
all
don't want
right,
that
bro.
problem. He gonna see the demon on Monday. Promise you that. Finn gonna have a
Yeah,
promo for that.
I can't wait.
I
Ooh, I
can't
cannot wait.
wait to see Finn talking regularly and the screen start blinking and all. Yeah, we need
Yes,
that. That's
sir.
crazy.
Yes.
I'm going with Finn, man. I'm going with Finn.
You
I'm
going
going
with
with
Finn? Me too. Me
Finn.
too.
Only lost one
Because
time.
Edge don't need it. Edge
Only
don't need a
lost one
victory. I
time
know.
with
I know. People want to see Edge get his revenge on Judgment Day, but you brought them into the world because you
Yeah,
create something different. It is your fault, essentially.
yeah,
So you got to face the facts.
yeah, man. Like, I'm rocking with Finn, bro. I've been a fan. I've been a fan of Finn.
I
I'm
think
rocking.
coming out of this, Finn will either be feuding with Cody. If
I
Cody,
think
of course, he
I think he
wins.
deserved that. I think he deserved that. He has to win this though. He
Yeah, he would
has
have to
to
win
win.
his match because if he loses, there's no credibility
He
whatsoever.
can't go. He can't do it. He got to be
No,
rebuilt.
yeah, but they shouldn't go with the Edge being Finn. If they have him beat Finn, I don't know if that helps him.
Yeah, it's the Judgment Day battle. I liked it. I liked the feud. I mean, but it was
Hmm.
fun while it lasted. It's not a bloodline feud, so it ain't nothing I want to see for a long period of time no more. Like I'm about done with all of them. Like I hope Rhea will win and get her out the way, so she ain't really got to be focusing on helping them cats out because she a champion.
Yeah,
she needs to focus on things on her own now.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I agree, bro.
I'm
I
rocking
will
with Finn.
agree.
I'm rocking with Finn.
All right, next we have is Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. I did
Well,
hear some criticism amongst the pairing of Becky and Lita being thrown together and just winning the titles out being Damage Control, considering the fact
yeah,
that Dakota and Io are both established tag team. They're an established tag team, so
yeah,
it does hurt the credibility of the tag team belts
right,
having Becky and Lita win. However, I feel as a fan because I'm a fan of Becky, I'm a fan of Lita, I'm a fan of Trish.
yeah,
I understand why they want to go with that nostalgic route because it is
hmm
nostalgia, but at the
yeah,
same time, I feel like Becky and Lita didn't necessarily need to win, but at the same time, if anything, Becky Lynch can go on the record books and say, you know what, last year I was Raw Women's Champion. The following year, I'm teaming with one of my idols that I grew up,
yeah,
watching, grew up you know,
yeah.
my fandom of being a wrestling fan. So it's like, if anything, it does benefit Becky going forward with her career milestone.
Yeah,
So it's not necessarily a bad thing. As far as this women's tag team match goes, it can go either way. I don't care of who actually wins this match because I'm not really that invested in this match like
yeah.
just like that for me personally.
Same here. I'm not really invested in it. I don't think that they brought Trish Stratus and them back for them to lose, but at the same time, it would be a great look if Bailey and them do win.
Yeah.
Because the last time, this is the first WrestleMania Bailey been back since she came back, right?
Yep.
So,
So true.
yeah.
That's true.
So this was a whole year with her whole damage control thing. So I might have to go with damage control. I might have to.
If I can be honest, what they should have done was put Trish. Sorry, yeah, put Trish Stratus and have her and Bailey have a match. Just
Yeah,
them. That
yeah,
would have been dope. That would have been to me
yeah,
a lot better.
yeah. I think Damage Control can win this just because of the fact that they seem like they have a promising future. Trish Stratus and them ain't sticking around. They're Hall of Famers. They're not gonna continue to keep fighting. So why let them
Yeah,
win? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's very true.
I don't know.
So coming out of this match, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say Damage Control might pull the victory. I know I said initially I probably said Trish, Lita, and Becky, but Damage Control might win. It's only because I have a feeling and there's a rumor going on that Trish Stratus might turn heel and could be set up with a program with Becky going down later this year. There's a match rumored to be confirmed where they're going to try to have her turn heel, and she's going to face Becky at SummerSlam later this year.
I like that. If they
That's
do that,
interesting too.
I like
Yeah.
that. I'm picking Becky too. I'm not picking Trish. Trish is my girl. If you talking about looks wise, I'm going with Trish all day. But if you talking about fighting, I'm picking Becky.
Trish was supposed to fine back then. She still is fine. It's crazy
She's
to this
bad.
day.
She ain't as bad as she was back in the day. You can tell she got older, but still.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
But
gonna come.
she's bad. Yeah, she's still bad though.
It's gonna come. Yes, sir. So and then we got Austin Theory versus John Cena.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
WWE United States Championship.
Yes,
Eight
sir.
times down. I love his theme song, by the way, bro. I
Yes,
forgot to
sir.
mention it last time. Like, I love his theme song.
Yes, sir.
Austin Theory cut a really solid promo after his match against Montez Ford this
Yes,
past
sir.
week on Night Raw.
Uh-huh.
I didn't feel like it was the promo I wanted, but it was needed for the moment of what he was trying to capture, getting across of who he is, right?
Right.
I just wish he would have came out with a promo that would said to Cena, you know what, Cena, there's some truth to what you were saying, but here's what you failed to realize about me. You underestimate me because of the fact that I'm this theory. Nah, I've been a theory because of this, and I've been a theory because of that. And I just would have loved to see him come out with a promo just addressing to Cena like, hey, you should be shaking your boots come WrestleMania because you have no idea what I'm going to bring in that match against you.
Yeah, facts.
I would have loved for him to do that route, come to that route, and tell Cena this before showing Cena what he's capable of come WrestleMania. That's just me.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
Big fan of Austin Theory. Big fan of John Cena. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I just know how WWE works. I mean, we got to have another episode before WrestleMania, so we're gonna have an episode to actually pick which matches we're gonna do one more time, so we can have them all marked down, so we can come back after WrestleMania and be like, "Yo, was you right about that match? Was you wrong about that match?"
Right.
So,
yeah, man.
but I'm thinking, that match, man. Oh man, I mean, what I want to happen is one thing, but what business has to be done is a whole nother thing. And plus, I know with John Cena being a part timer, you can't really put a belt on him. You know what I'm saying? So what you can't put a belt on him is almost like
and plus they don't want. Yeah, plus they can't have the United States title away for about a month or two, with Cena being out of WWE.
Which means that Austin Theory has to win this match, but how does he win it? Does he win it by DQ? Does they both, you know what I'm saying, or does they allow him to beat John Cena straight up? And if John Cena get beat straight up, how many WrestleManias is that John Cena has lost? That's what I'm like, yo.
That's so true. That's so true.
Crazy. This is crazy, yo. Your legacy, even though we say it's in stone, at the same time, losses don't help it. It doesn't help it at all. Like it doesn't help it. Like even like the Undertaker. Oh yeah, you won 22, 21. You won 18,
right.
You won 18, you won 20. But when you lost that 21 and then you just started losing regularly during like Raw or SmackDown, we like, yeah, you're the Undertaker, but at the same time, bruh, you kind of losing a lot.
Well, I will say this. And this is what I said last time when we were on here. Once again, I'm going back to when we were doing the first episode, talking about the fancy booking and whatever. John Cena did win before they set up this program with him in Theory. He did win in his match with Kevin Owens against Roman and Sammy.
That ain't 1-on-1 though. Yeah,
that's true. That's 1,000% true. But I think Cena ended up picking up the victory. I don't think Kevin won the match with the Stunner. But my point is,
I forget that.
My point is, I think that they're giving him that much need of a win because Cena, honestly, once again, this match will not hurt him, in my personal opinion, for him to sustain a loss against Theory. I get what you're saying about losing WrestleMania, but then there's some wrestlers that have lost criminally at WrestleMania, including the guy who is now the head creative here at WWE, Triple H.
Triple H lost a
He
lot.
has lost a lot. So if anything, can it be a damper on your legacy? Sure, but when you have a Hall of Fame career as it is, it's really not. And people tend to forget Triple H is already a Hall of Famer. He got inducted with DX,
Yeah,
so he'll get another Hall of Fame ring eventually, just based off his own career throughout. He's an
yeah,
incredible wrestler, and I think people. That's another thing I don't like. I get what people were trying to say, like, okay, he has Reign of Terror when back in the early 2000s when he was holding the world title for himself and booking for himself. Whatever, call it what you will. You cannot ever discount the fact that Triple H was a great wrestler in the ring,
oh yeah, he was great.
great worker in
He
the ring.
he could talk. He could do everything. Yeah,
Yes, literally. And I feel like people just want to be like, I wasn't the biggest fan of his work. Okay, it's one thing for you to be not the biggest fan of his work, but don't say this guy was ever horrible in the ring, because he was
yeah,
outstanding.
he definitely
Outstanding.
was horrible. He definitely put on good matches. The matches he did against the Undertaker, matches he did against Randy Orton,
Great
matches he
matches.
did versus Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Undertaker, John Cena. You like
Hmm.
uh,
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, Seth Rollins, all that. Like he put on. He put on for sure. He
Yeah,
definitely put
and
on.
he helped establish Jeff Hardy when Jeff Hardy needs to get towards that main event run.
I agree. I agree.
Yes. So you can't. So don't tell me Triple H does not care about elevating talent. When people be like, he don't know how to elevate talent. He's just trying to bury everybody. Stop. No,
Yeah.
he does not. I hate that. I hate when people have this idea that wrestlers want to bury other wrestlers.
I
No,
will say
it's
Triple H.
selfish business though.
I will say Triple H should not have beat Sting when Sting came back from Mania. That was some bull crap.
That wasn't his decision. Once again, the booking to me, I would say it
Yeah,
wasn't more so on his
I
part. I
hated
think it
that.
was Vince's part, because Vince McMahon felt like Sting wasn't over, and I'm like,
Yeah,
over.
he's losing his mind. Like, he's trimming.
He was not over. He said, I don't know if he's really over. I'm like, dude, do you realize this guy was by far WCW's at one point biggest star? When y'all had Rock and Austin, he was their Rock and Austin combined, if he needed to be.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all good. Yeah.
I
So
don't get that, bro.
I don't either. So I got, you know what I'm saying? I want John Cena to win, but I don't think it's in the cards for him to do so. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what's going to happen after Mania if John Cena loses again, if he has to come out on Raw to be like, you know what? I have to give credit where credit is due. Austin Theory is blah, 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 blah. And Austin Theory comes out and dogs him again. Like I told you, I was better than you or whatever. And leave it at that. And John Cena leads them to win again until he's needed for another push for another character. But I'm just like,
So,
I don't know.
knowing that this might be a one-off match and Cena potentially may be leaving after this, um, if there is no plan for him and Cena to continue on with a feud, because there could be, because I think coming after they might continue on with a feud between Theory and Cena, which will do Cena. Sorry, not Cena. I said Cena. Which will do Cena.
Yeah.
Cena. Which will do Cena a whole lot. I keep saying Cena. Which will do Theory a whole lot more favors going forward with a lengthy program with Cena going. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months with Cena can help Theory really hone in his craft a whole lot more, and definitely feature him as a main event player or a key player eventually for the company.
If he beats John Cena, he's over.
Oh yeah, he's over. But I'm saying Cena can probably help him do more. Help him probably get better on the mic. Help him probably get better on some other different things. He's probably already giving him tips right about now.
That's if Cena sticks around.
That's what I'm saying. If he sticks around, if not that, then based off of what they're probably telling with Montez Ford, give Theory and Montez Ford a run for the U.S. title where they can go back and forth, challenging for it. I won't mind that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that
Because I
either.
don't see nobody else besides like Theory. Who can
No, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I'm saying after Mania, if Theory beats, if when Theory beats Cena, where does it go from there? Because now you have a belt. Now you have the U.S. belt, but now they're going to split the belts. So now one show is going to have Raws, one show is going to have SmackDown as far as belts
Yeah.
are concerned. So now you back to having like the belt that's on the same level as the Intercontinental, but you're good
Yeah,
enough to actually make it to the top joint. So
yeah.
who do you lose that belt to for you can actually get a good push to get to the top? I'm trying to think who would be that
Well,
guy because now it's with the belts being split after that, like because when who was the dude? What's the big boy? What's his name? You know, I'm talking
uh,
big boy.
Solo Sequoia,
No, you know, I'm talking about black dude, bald head. That was supposed to be
almost.
fighting Bray Wyatt, but he ain't fighting him.
Oh, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Now, when he
I'm
had the
tired of
belt,
him and Theory facing off
when
each
he
other. I'm
had the
sorry,
belt,
bro.
it was high. I mean, when he had the belt, it was high, but it was looked at as a WWE belt because Roman had the other ones.
That's
But it
true.
ain't gonna look like that no more if Roman don't have the belt still. If he don't have the split, you know what I'm saying? So now, what level is the U.S. belt gonna be? And is he going to be like, yo, I don't want this belt no more? Put me in the tournament for the other because I think they'll allow him to go after the belt, but what they're gonna do with the U.S. They're just gonna let him keep fighting for the other one and without putting the U.S. on the line. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out what they're gonna do. It would make good sense if you lose the belt to Cena, and then Cena is like, well, I'm not gonna be here consistently, so I'll put that belt up for grabs.
Unless the idea
Into a
that
tournament
if
for that.
Cena beats Theory, Theory
Yeah,
learns that lesson, comes back the following month, wins it back, and him and Cena can have probably a 2 out of 3 falls match by within the next 2, 3, 4 months, and then eventually you get to Theory becoming the full on successor and that passing of the torch more from Cena to Theory. Because
right.
to me, Theory essentially has it. I don't care nobody say. You can dislike the guy, say he did a dumb
No, he's
cash in
the
from
man.
last year. I
He's
don't
the man.
care.
He's top five
Austin
best
Theory
wrestler in
is that
WWE.
guy, bro. He will
Yeah,
be
he's top
eventually that
five.
guy.
He's top five best wrestler in wrestling right now. Period.
He
You
will
can't
be in there. He
take
will
deny
be
it.
in there in that conversation 1,000% if
Yeah,
he
you
isn't
can't.
already. And yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
if he's
he's
not,
incredible.
he is already, and he ain't even beat Cena yet. So where do you move him after he beat Cena? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
Yeah,
he's
bro.
there. He's nice.
Yeah, he
So I don't
is.
know. I'm anxious to see what they're gonna do with that if he beats Cena and he still got that belt because I know he
Yeah,
wants to get a big joint, unless he want to keep pushing the U.S. like what Cena did, which is cool too. Which is cool
that
too.
I love that too. I love that idea. Maybe they
Yeah,
could
it's
probably have
cool.
an open challenge and perhaps
Yeah,
bring
facts. If you
Jay
start
White
doing
out
that,
Japan Pro
if you
Wrestling.
start doing that, I'll rock with
Yeah,
him
yeah,
more than
bro.
what I already rock with him
I'm
now. But
done
if
with
you
it.
do that too,
I'm
I'm with
down.
that.
I mean, I'm done with it. I'm down with it for sure.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm
Yeah,
with
bro.
I'm with that.
Moving on to the next mid card title belt, the workhorse title. We got the Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. I'm already. I love this match. I cannot wait to see
I'm
this
going. I'm
match.
going Sheamus.
Oh, I can't wait to see this match.
This is going to be a great match. I'm going with Sheamus because
Yes,
Sheamus ain't had the intercontinental yet. He deserves it, but man, this
yes.
match
For
is going to be.
Sheamus. Yup.
I don't care who wins. I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of all three. So whoever
They
wins, I
gonna
need
put on a
Sheamus to
5-star
win.
clinic, bro. I'm telling you already.
Yeah, I need Sheamus to pull it off. I need him to pull it. This is Mania. This is Mania.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This will give Drew McIntyre his push to actually go after the heavyweight joint because he's ready to do so. If somebody else wins the belt or he has the opportunity, Sheamus, he don't really got to go after the big belt. He already had it. You know what I'm saying? He going after the Intercontinental. This is it. This is seal the whole thing. Like he got every belt in WWE. Like yo,
Yeah.
this is it. So
So
that's what I'm rooting for. But I don't. I'm a fan of all three. Either way, I'm
me
good.
too. Me too. I'm gonna say this. Sheamus deserves to win.
Definitely,
Deserves to win. I don't care what nobody say. Sheamus
definitely.
needs this title, and I think from what I'm hearing, Gunther might be pushed even more. I think they're in line to
Push him for the
go about a
WWE.
big push with Gunther, and
Big push.
rightfully
I like
so.
him. Yeah,
Rightfully so.
rightfully so.
Um,
Drew McIntyre too.
huh?
Drew McIntyre too.
Yeah, Drew
Yeah, I like him.
McIntyre can definitely be in line for sure. So. Oh, speaking about that, so rumor has that they could be doing a role reversal where Sheamus wins the title.
Yeah,
Drew and him feud over the title, but this time Drew is the heel, Sheamus is the babyface.
I like that too.
I'm not mind.
I'm not mad at that.
Here's the reason why I don't mind it too, and I get where wrestling fans are coming from. It's repetitive. We've seen it before. We've seen them wrestle all the time.
So what?
Sometimes wrestling fans fail to realize it depends on the situation.
It
If the
does.
story drags out way too much and we have seen it constantly over and over, I can understand that.
Yeah,
However, this ties into, first of all, they're tremendous professional wrestlers.
facts.
And when they get in that ring, they create magic. They're in sync with their chemistry.
Facts.
So going forward within the next 4 or 5, 6 months, they can still have some. There's still some momentum that they haven't even reached yet with this whole entire feud. If the plan is for Sheamus versus Drew coming after Mania,
Facts.
so I think that's going to happen come after Mania is Sheamus versus Drew. If not that, Sheamus is going to probably feud with Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I can see all three of them going after whoever has the belt, the main belt. Because even though, you know what I'm saying, after that,
Mm-hmm.
you got the first 2-3 weeks. Everybody don't even know what show they're going to be on, Raw or SmackDown. So you got to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, bro.
That might be the match of the night. I think I might
I
throw that.
agree, bro.
I might say that might be the match
I
of the night.
agree, man.
That
But
might be the
it's
match.
gonna be some competition. This might be the most
It's a nice card.
star-studded WrestleMania match. Where
I gotta remember who was on the last year's card wasn't bad.
yeah,
Last year's card wasn't bad either. Last year's card wasn't bad either. Bailey came back last
I
year.
agree.
Last year's card wasn't bad. Last year's card wasn't bad at all.
I 1,000%
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. So
My
yeah.
least favorite match to come into WrestleMania 39, however, BZ is Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
He been playing this match since they announced it. I get it.
Bro,
I get it.
people cannot stand this match, bro. I'm
I
telling
get it.
you, they should have went with Brock.
I've never seen Brock Lesnar in a whack match ever in my life until this one.
So before we get into this, because Bobby Lashley technically should have been in this match. It should have been him and Brock, period.
Yeah,
in some sort of gimmick match, whatever.
Yeah.
Bobby, there's a rumor that if Bray Wyatt is not going to be cleared in time for Mania, that there are two options Bobby's going to do. Bobby says he's going to actually still have a match come around Mania, so he's still in line for that. There are two options that WWE are going to probably pull a trigger over. If Bobby comes out, there are two wrestlers that I think he'll be able to wrestle. Either LA Knight or Randy Orton.
If
I wouldn't mind it.
If Randy Orton comes back for Mania, if there's a building, if there's a roof,
because there's rumors that he's gonna come back.
If there's a roof, if this WrestleMania is not outside, and if there is a roof on the building, it's coming off. If I in my head, if he comes behind that curtain, bro, I am going to lose my mind if Randy Orton is back.
I agree, bro.
That would be beautiful. Because LA Knight, boo. I don't even want to see that. That's gonna be a squash match.
Yeah, it's not gonna help LA Knight, especially if he loses against Bobby.
Yeah, that's not.
But if he beats Bobby, that's even more huge.
Yeah. I mean, if he put on a good match with Bobby, would even be good too.
All right.
I mean, yeah, they saying Brock Lesnar might not even be able to put what you call Umos in Suplex City. They said they scared to even have him in that because of the fact that they scared that he might land him on his neck wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Once again, Brock's winning this match. Coming out of this, he should probably still feud with Bobby. I'll just say that.
Yeah, you better. I don't know where.
Sorry, I'm not a fan of Omos. It's not that he's. Listen, I love big wrestlers. I like the giant wrestlers all the time, but I think sometimes you hurt their credibility if you don't bring enough strength to them being an act. And there's not enough strength for Omos, in my personal opinion, to where he can beat Brock, other than him being that big and that tall and 7'4", like crazy height, right? But other than that, I don't think, or besides his height, that he has a chance of beating Brock whatsoever. Because Brock is a beast.
Brock is a beast, and this is the first time that Brock Lesnar don't look like a beast. That's why it might be good.
That's very true. It might be
Brock Lesnar looks like a normal wrestler to him now. Normally, when Brock Lesnar is going after other people, even Roman, he looks like the beast. He looks like he's all about to destroy this guy. Boom, boom, boom.
That's very true.
He has not gave us a good promo on beating this man up since they announced this match. He has not stepped in the ring with him. He has not done anything. Normally, when he be fighting, like I remember when him and John Cena was fighting, they had to have the referees holding him back from this side and the other one holding back. There's nobody holding nothing back from nothing because Brock is not stepping in the ring with this guy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I don't know what Brock got up his sleeve.
I agree.
Because if he do that, he's on a losing streak. But I think after Brock lose this, after Brock win this match, he's about to be gone for a little bit because there's nobody else on the card for him to go after.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. All right, bro. Well, moving on, we have Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
You know how I feel about this match.
This is going to be a great match. Bianca Belair is now they already call her Miss WrestleMania because back to back she's been killing it. Her first match with Sasha was
Has she lost the WrestleMania yet? Has she lost the WrestleMania yet?
She has not lost at WrestleMania yet. Nope. Which is that she's
Charlotte
not.
Flair's never lost a Mania either, huh?
Who? Charlotte Flair?
Yeah. Wasn't she undefeated at one point?
She lost in her match with Becky with that triple threat and with Ronda.
Was that WrestleMania though?
Yes, WrestleMania
last year?
In 2019. WrestleMania 35.
Okay, well, she's not undefeated no more. Okay.
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
Nope. And then I think 34 to 2018. That's when she beat Asuka. But yeah. I think Asuka pulls off this victory, goes on a dominant run, and they rebuild her. Bianca Belair will probably either turn babyface or turn heel because there is rumors now going forward. I'll try this in with the other women's match: Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is set to beat her, and I think the plan is for Rhea and Bianca to go against each other come SummerSlam. But then they might have a brand switch once again. Like I told you before, like a brand switch might come at the WrestleMania.
Yeah, it is coming.
Yeah, it should come because there's no reason why you wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's so convoluted, and I think the reason why it's so convoluted is because McMahon himself made it complicated the moment he said a Raw star can come to SmackDown or SmackDown star can come to Raw.
Right.
You convolute everything, bro. And
yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why it's important to have two brands and why it's important. Sorry, Bully Ray from Busted Open Radio. I love you, Bully Ray Dudley. I love you. Why it's important to have two world titles because they have a very, very stacked roster full of incredible talent. Yeah. I'm sorry. You need two world titles. I understand what he's trying to say for one man that has the world title to mean something. I get that. But you got two different brands. Not to mention a developmental, show called NXT where they're trying to establish themselves as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah, true.
That's how I feel. But yeah. Rhea's gonna come out of it being Charlotte. She'll go on a rampage, just like how Asuka will do the same thing. That's what I see happening. Okay, give me one second. I'm gonna go and get my boy for this right quick. All right.
All right. How everybody doing? Just call me Monty. It's Monty, and I'm loaded. Anyways, y'all make sure y'all go follow my IG, just call me Monty. Follow my Twitter, just call me Monty. Follow my Facebook, Monty.
Okay, bro, am I back?
Yeah, you back.
Okay, I was about to trip.
I was plugging my fans in. And then my FOC Enterprise with the Queen. Follow that Instagram. Watch City Worldwide ENT on Facebook. Just keep rocking with me, y'all.
You give me that vault confirmation?
Yeah, give me the yeah. I got the Vault 1, Vault 2 is out, came out Tuesday. Vault 3 comes out April 22nd, and the what is that thing called? Monty McFly mixtape comes out March 14th.
Gotcha. Yep. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And I got a private party April 14th as well.
So before we start wrapping some things up, because we got about 2 more matches to go right here and discover, I want to bring in a special guest. Come right here. This is my homie.
What up, dog?
It's Anthony Lombardo.
Yo, right stick, wrong time. It's like, no, I'm playing. What up, though?
Hey, what's up?
So chilling, man. We about to talk about what match now?
Huh?
I said, what match we been to talk about right now?
We are going to go over Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Uh-oh.
Me and him actually talked about this today on our podcast.
Yeah, the King Life podcast.
The King Life podcast, baby.
Yes, sir. All day. I'm tuned in.
Yep, I'm trying to get the camera on. Okay, good. We go right there. Okay. Yes. So Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, me and Anthony, we both don't like Logan Paul. Is that right, Anthony?
He's not my favorite person.
No.
So.
He's very athletic.
So we both feel like Seth Rollins needs to destroy Logan Paul of all his existence, and his brother Jake Paul. I don't know, but it's funny. Anthony called it here. He said about Logan needed to turn heel. He said it will draw more interest for WWE and generate more buzz And I believe he's right, considering what's happened with him and Seth so far.
Yeah, we were talking about this for a while in our podcast. We just had it a bit ago. My throat's a little scratchy from it still, but we were talking about how, and we talked about it in a previous episode before too, but how it just didn't work with Logan Paul being a babyface, because that's just not the type of person he is. It works a lot better if he's a heel, and I think that's more entertaining too, right?
I agree.
Because it's a little harsh to say, but it matches his personality better. It just does. But
yeah, that guy is something else. He's a scumbag, bro.
I think it would be a little more exciting to see where he goes with it and stuff. I don't usually follow wrestling and stuff, but that I might follow.
So. If you watched his segment, BZ, if you watched the segment that he had this past week on Monday Night Raw, he was okay, bro. He was super annoying. Oh my gosh, he was so annoying.
Segment, he had a yellow shirt. I seen that. I watched the clip.
Yeah, bro. You seen that segment?
Yeah, I seen that.
He was getting off my nerves. I'm like, Seth Rollins, when you gonna come out, bro? Because he kept talking and talking and talking. He just would not shut up. Like he would not shut up.
I get it. The only thing that I can say about this situation is I don't like the character that Seth Rollins is right now. I need the burn it down. I need that Seth right now. Because this little laughing and dancing with the crowd, that is not it for Logan Paul. Logan Paul, to me, I think Seth Rollins is going to win, but Logan Paul is so athletic, it's going to come down to the wire. But if he was going against the Shield, Seth Rollins, it wouldn't come down to the wire. He will be getting destroyed. If Seth Rollins' hair was half blonde, half black, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Well, he actually does have half black and half blonde again. But
yeah, he will be getting his head rocked off if he would have did that. But they keep trying to push this new thing with Seth Rollins, which is, I think
cool, but honestly, I love the version of Seth Rollins. I knew at times it was, I get it. At times it can be a bit annoying with the laugh and all that sort of stuff. But Seth, I forgot to mention, I gotta do Seth Rollins' theme song right quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. You ready? Okay. Oh. No, hold on. You want to hear my theme song?
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. You can do it with me. Anthony got the camera.
I come back now.
Y'all are so mean, bro. I can't sing for nothing. Dang, bro. All right, whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Ain't no problem. But yeah, I got Seth winning this match against Logan Paul. Logan Paul does not need to win. He never needs to win, and I hope he does not win come WrestleMania. Sorry. No. But I will give the guy some credit. Logan Paul is a tremendous athlete, great in-ring performer, and he's gonna tear it up. I showed Anthony the highlights to his match with Roman from last year at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, he did surprisingly well.
Yes,
I will say. I didn't think he was that athletic, but he is.
So. Yeah, that boy got some hops for a guy who's so tall. Like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, man, Logan Paul's going and Seth Rollins are going to put on something spectacular. I'm already calling it. It's going to be spectacular, bro. But yeah, BZ, are you still there, bro?
I think he left because you're singing.
My singing was that bad, bro? Dang, I feel it.
Dang.
Yes, sir. I feel hurt.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. But the last match to cover, I'll cover with you since you kind of like know. Do you know some of...
I'm going to pretend I know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just let's see what you. Well, I'll give you some backstory.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so Roman Reigns, right?
Sure.
Is the undisputed Universal Champion. This guy has been undefeated for 2 years since August of 2020 when he won the Universal title. He captured the WWE title, I want to say last year in April of 2022.
Okay.
Overall, his combined reigns has reached around towards 900 and something days. He's been champion for, once again, 2 years. This guy has also established himself around a group of wrestlers, all three of them being his cousins, along with a guy who knows his family's history, Paul Heyman, who is serving as his special counsel. He's being known as the tribal chief, the head of the table, pretty much the guy right by now, right? He's been holding it down for a bit. And then insert Cody Rhodes, who this year won the Royal Rumble match, where Rumble was a match where 30 guys are in the ring, battling out, looking to throw each other over the top rope. Whoever comes at being the last man standing pretty much wins and guarantees himself a shot at being world champion. Cody Rhodes last year was sidelined with an injury because in this match from June, Hell in a Cell, he faced Seth Rollins, tore his pec, wrestled while having his torn pec, or alongside the whole entire match. He tore his pec and asked him, working out prior to the match. And so that happened. He was gone away for like 6 months, comes back, wins the Rumble. He's winning it because his father, who is famous in pro wrestling right about now, well, I mean, he's always been famous, Dusty Rhodes, never won the world title. And Cody came back last year, the same month in April of 2022, where Roman became WWE champion. Cody's winning his Rumble. He's looking to avenge his father for not winning the world title. And it's doing for the Rhodes family name. He's fighting for his family, but also fighting for what he can gain out of being the true star and the next face for WWE going forward.
Okay.
Now, with all that being said, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, who do you have winning and why for you?
Well, I haven't been able to see either of them perform. That's a big factor in it, right?
I feel you.
What do you think?
Cody, because go ahead.
So say who do you think is able to perform stronger in this match, and who do you think you would rather have? These can be two different things, right?
Sure.
So
okay. So for me, so I'm going with Cody.
Cody?
Yes, because I've seen Cody since he's been coming back, has put on back-to-back great matches with wrestlers he's been involved with. He hasn't lost a singles match so far.
Okay.
Roman Reigns hasn't lost a singles match when it comes to, defending his belt. So they're both like undefeated at this moment. So it's like a very unpredictable situation, and we're all still feeling like, who could really come out of this the victor? Can Roman come out the victor? Huh?
Yeah, he's back, bro. Sorry for the interruption. So was y'all still talking about the same match? Y'all moved on?
We moved on. Yeah, we moved on to Roman versus Cody.
He was giving me a backstory type thing.
Who is it?
Easy, can you follow up with the best story for me right quick?
What is it?
Follow up with the best story for me right quick and explain the reasons why Roman would win or why Cody will win towards Anthony here.
Why do you think?
Yeah, and then see if he can get an answer as to who his pick will be for the match. I'll show you.
Man, from Josiah's standpoint, he want Cody to win.
That's what he says.
I do.
The reasoning behind it, Cody Rhodes got into the Battle Royal, 30-man Battle Royal. He came in at number 30, cheating. But he got that. It was only 8 people left. He eliminated, I think, maybe like 4. He might have got like 4 people out of there. Cody might have got 4 people out of there, 8 out of there. So he won that, came on, did a nice little promo saying that he won the Overtime Battle Royal. And we pretty much knew he was going after Roman because there was only 1 belt. There was no story. It was dry for like the first 2 weeks. It wasn't really nothing. And then he did a promo with Paul Heyman that was epic, one of the best promos we've seen in wrestling. It was kind of dope. After that, they still ain't putting no hands on to each other or nothing like that. I don't know why they waiting to get that going, but he teamed up with he been helping he been helping Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to get back to being friends and stuff, for them to team up to beat the Bloodline and stuff like that. And the Bloodline has just been holding it down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that the Bloodline been holding it down for so long, WWE is ready to bust it open and go a whole nother way with it. That's the only reason why I think the Bloodline and Roman is about to lose.
So you think Roman's going to lose then?
I don't want Roman to lose, but I think he's going to.
Yeah. Well, there is. So I also heard some details regarding what's going to come after Mania. Yeah. Roman is being set to take a break. So with him taking a break, that doesn't necessarily mean that he will lose. But at the same time, if he's going to take an extended break, because I heard that he may not come back until SummerSlam. So
I hope. Huh? We don't know.
There is something along the lines of maybe potentially Rock could be at the event and they can set up a match between him and Rock come next year. And once again, doesn't have to have the belts involved with it at all.
No, not at all, because
I just don't think so.
You will pretty much know who's going to win if the belts is involved. You know the Rock's not going to stick around, and Roman is still a part of WWE. So
1,000%. So I think going forward, the reason why I say Cody is because I just want something fresh and new. That's part of the main reason why I want Cody to beat Roman. Nothing against Roman. I think Roman Reigns has some by far.
He's surpassed what he was supposed to be.
Yes, but this run he's been on has been his best ever, and I think he will not probably top it. Maybe he will eventually because it's Roman Reigns, right? But I just think Cody needs this only because, one, to avenge his father never win the world title for the Rose family name, and then two, Cody could help establish the prestige for this belt going forward for the next few months. And Roman has, at times, besides not having the bloodline, remained a bit stale for me. That's just my personal opinion. And some fans also feel the same way. But what helped Roman in his case was because of Sami Zayn entering the blood story from last year. So yeah,
I agree with that. 1,000%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro.
It's gonna be an epic WrestleMania. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a really epic.
It's gonna be.
It would have been a lot more epic if Austin Theory did not cash in his money in the bank already, so you would know if he was gonna do it or not. But at the same time, it's still gonna be, especially if Randy Orton comes back.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna lose it if you do that.
Yeah, man. Trying to think here because my friend Anthony he's not familiar with either one.
Either one as far as what?
With Cody or Roman, so he can't really decide and bet against who will win really like that.
Okay. What matches do you know?
He's not much of a wrestling fan.
I don't really watch it like that.
Oh, okay.
But I do have an interest in talking about it and stuff.
Yeah.
So is part of your thinking that he might win? Is part of it because he did win that 30-person match?
Well,
they all came in.
Well, you can look at it from that way, but the reason why I think he's going to win is like what Josiah said: his family legacy. He's doing it for his dad.
Yeah,
that never had that WWE belt at all. And his dad passed.
His dad passed away in June of 2015, and Cody. Prior to the reason why it also makes more sense for me with Cody is because in 2015, Cody was always viewed from WWE's lens that he was going to be a mid-carder. That's all he was ever going to be. And Cody took a gamble sometime, I want to say maybe later that year or probably even in 2016 when he decided, I'm going to leave WWE. And at first, people were like, you should not do that, bro. You're going to mess yourself up, blah, 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 or other stuff. The moment he left, I'm like, this is interesting. I wonder what he's going to do next. And for those next 4 to 5, maybe 6 years, Cody killed it.
Yeah, he
killed it. And he took off and he went across every wrestling promotion there was besides WWE to veer off in a different direction for his success. So when he came back, at that point, he had to be one of your top stars. There was no, we're going to put him back into the mid-card because they tried to put him with this gimmick of Stardust. His brother, Dustin Runnels, plays this character named Goldust. Goldust is a guy with a face paint, gold, black, blah, blah, blah. They wanted to make another version of that with Cody. And Vince McMahon, Cody Rhodes was trying to fight against it and say he didn't want to be that character. And Vince McMahon said, no, you got to understand when it comes to business, he's paying your bills, essentially. You can't tell the boss no. You got to go with the flow. And Cody did it. He did it for a little while, but the more he kept pitching with ideas of, I want to do this, I want to do that, they kept saying no. He took a gamble and said, I'm leaving there. And he came back. They negotiated a deal sometime in 2022. I want to say maybe in January or February from last year. And he's been back, and ever since then, he has been doing very, very well.
Very,
very, very well.
Very.
So, and they've been establishing him really well. The reason why I also feel like he should win too is that Hell in a Cell match he put on with Seth Rollins. Not only was it one of the best matches of last year,
epic,
but also too, you gotta think this guy is fighting with a pectoral muscle. I mean, it's ripped off the bone. You can see his.
You can see it.
His skin is
black
all over. and he still said, "I'm not going to." He could have easily been like, "I'm not going to wrestle tonight." He came and wrestled with a pack being tore off, and
Yeah.
the crowd were
His whole chest was
shocked.
blue and black, bro. His whole chest was blue and black. He was injured
Yes,
for real.
I'm gonna show you a picture. You're gonna be like,
What
"What?"
happened?
He had a prior to the
He tore his
event.
pec.
I want to say, go ahead, BZ.
I don't know the whole story, but I just know he tore his pec.
Yeah, he was in the gym. He was at a gym, and he was doing weight. He was lifting weights, and I believe the weights may have fallen onto his back, and basically it just ripped off the bone. Like, yup. And he wasn't medically cleared, but they were like, we probably had to cancel the match. He decided against it and said, "I'm gonna still do the match."
Yep.
So what turned out was this.
Crazy for doing this match.
This guy was. So I'm gonna show you the picture of this pack. Okay.
Yikes, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he won with one arm.
In spite of all that happening, he gained such universal praise from Twitter. On Twitter, there was so many wrestlers who respected him, veterans who loved what he did, and commended him to still perform. And he gained so much respect. At that point in time, he had to be away and recover from his injury.
I hope so.
But people, yeah, of course, he wasn't going to continuously wrestle. Like, you got to get checked out and go for surgery. But he won so much respect. At that point, it was like it elevated him even more with his star power.
Yeah, it's sometimes how that stuff goes. So.
Yeah. Yep.
That is pretty hardcore, though. I'll give him that.
It is.
I know what's crazy, man. It was crazy. He just showed his dedication. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
He came back like 4 months before he was supposed to come back. That's how he got in the Royal Rumble. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Told him he wasn't going to come back for a while. And he was like, "Nah, watch this." He worked out like a mug. Walked there like a madman and came back way earlier than expected.
Yeah.
So what's Roman got that could even compete with the seemingly levels that Cody seems to have on?
Woo.
Roman Reigns is the man, period.
Yes. Roman Reigns has been WWE's, like, if you know John Cena, right? If you're familiar with John Cena's work in WWE, if you were a fan earlier on, he was positioned as the franchise star, the face of the company for the longest of time.
Yep.
Vince McMahon decided at some point in time he can't always rely on John Cena, so he begins trying to figure out who could be the next star he looked at. Now, people have always debated about this with candidates of Seth Rollins, maybe Dean Ambrose around that time. A lot of wrestlers. Vince loved Roman. And part of it is because of his Samoan wrestling dynasty and his heritage and the history. Because Roman comes from a lineage of wrestlers, like, The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson. That's his cousin. So this guy there's a laundry list of just big, stars and Samoan wrestling fans. We're talking about like multiple world champions, tag champions. They have accomplished it all in WWE. Yep. So with that pedigree, and Cody Rhodes also has a great pedigree too. Let's not count that at all, but not on the level of Roman's pedigree. My God,
yeah,
it's a lot of them. With Roman, it's his durability. You got to think Roman Reigns is durable. Cody's resilient. He has heart, and he can maintain a match by advancing. Roman Reigns is more of a guy that's like, he's brutal in that ring too. He's very physical, very demanding. His storytelling is on point. His timing when he hits you and beats you is second to none. But also too, what helps Roman in this case is he's been dominant for 2 years. No one's been able to beat him, and either by him being them fair, scratching and clawing to get somebody to help him beat the guy. Him being very manipulative. He knows how to get to a point where no one can dethrone him because he's been so unstoppable for the longest. With Cody, the reason why he has an advantage over kind of like getting towards being Roman is, once again, he's undefeated just like Roman is right now. But the thing is, Cody doesn't have any guys to back him up.
He do now.
But he does now. To his point.
And the two that he got now is the perfect one because the two he got now is going against Roman, that's going against the bloodline for the tag team joint. So they
Yep.
really ain't got time to be focusing on Roman because they got
Yes.
to focus on Sammy and Kevin. So now
Yeah.
it's gonna be a one-on-one. And if they do interrupt it anyway, Sammy and Kevin gonna get involved, which I think is gonna happen anyway. Because I think the way that they've been pushing Roman, he only been winning based off of how everybody else been helping him. So if it
Yeah.
ends up turning into a one-on-one, he gonna mess around and lose. That's how he lost to Brock Lesnar. Is because the bloodline and them was adding all them tables and stuff like that on that last man standing joint. They added that on him. Remember when Brock Lesnar went through that when they had stacked all the chairs and all that stuff on Brock so he
Yeah.
couldn't get up? Yeah, they wasn't
Yeah.
there. I mean, if Roman wasn't stacking it by himself, the bloodline did that.
So in other words, if you really want to defeat Roman, not just by yourself, you need a team to
You need a
combat
squad.
his team. Yes.
Yeah, you need a
And so
squad.
far they got that with Kevin. They got that with
Yeah, he got that now. Yeah, so that's why I think he about to go down. I think it's about to
Oh yeah, and it's gearing towards that moment. Some fans are kind of like don't want this to end because they love the story so much. They don't want the bloodline story to end. They want it to go more with layers. I think coming out of this is my opinion. Cody Rhodes is going to win.
Yeah.
He's already going to. We got about 3 different candidates of who he can go against with. We got Finn Balor can be a candidate for him to go against.
I need that.
We got Brock Lesnar. Then again, I don't know if Brock wants to get into that early.
Do it.
And we also got either Seth Rollins can be a candidate too.
Whoever out of the whoever don't win the Intercontinental Champion, that's 2 other people too.
There you go. You got Drew. And okay, so yes, Gunther. Gunther is slated to probably face Cody at some point for the title, and I would not be mad at it. I would not be mad
at all.
So you got that for Cody. If Cody is able to come out of it, win, and he'll be positioned as now WWE's top babyface. If he wins this, he's now officially their top babyface at the moment.
Yeah, I got Gunther. I got Gunther winning the belt, and I got his team, his other 2 players beating Sammy and Kevin by SummerSlam. And they stables gonna have all the belts. I don't know how long they're gonna have it, but they deserve it for sure.
I'm sure. I won't be mad.
They'll be putting on.
If it comes down to that for sure, you won't want to make them look weak all the time. But yeah,
right.
I agree. I will say this. So yes, you got that factor in. If Roman wins, then potentially, and this is not saying it can't be right. People have been saying that for the longest, maybe, and no, it's not going to be Sami. I love Sami, but I don't want to see Sami Zayn beat Roman Reigns. I love Sami. However, there is a plan, I think, that might be in motion with either Roman feuding with Solo Sikoa after, which is the Usos, their brother, the younger brother. He's like built as their muscle of the group.
Okay.
Or out of the Usos, we get Jay facing Roman and beating Roman for the title. And it would make all the more sense in the world, honestly. Because you got to think, when the Bloodline started, it was Roman coming after Jay. And this story is it's next level in WWE, bro. I'm telling you. It's a lot. So it's a lot. I'm telling you, bro. So that's why it's hard to read. That's what makes this match unpredictable. Everything.
It seems like there's a lot at play.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And that's why after WrestleMania, it all should come to a halt. A screeching stop and whatever everybody's going. I'm like, all right, cool. Everybody got to figure this stuff out. Like the bloodline, the head of the table, all that stuff got to die down. If Roman wins, if Roman loses, then the head of the table stuff, that stuff got to die down. Everything got to branch off, and everybody got to go back to what wrestling was. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing their own thing, making it happen.
I will say, BZ, that we don't necessarily know. This might be probably by far WWE's last, probably biggest event, because unfortunately, they might be going for a sale later this year.
Yep,
it's coming. So, and Vince McMahon, Jesus Christ. I thought one had to bring his name up because at the end of the day, he's I'm not trying not the man. He's made WWE to what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Vince McMahon, however, and I don't know if you know, I think I told you this last year.
I think you talked to me about it.
In 2022, Vince McMahon was said to allegedly be confronted on some sexual misconduct allegations, and he had paid hush money to women multiple women
That's
on
not good.
having to shut their mouths about potential. I don't like having to bring things like this up into our conversation, but like potentially it could have been something that was sexually, molestation, may have been rape. We don't know. He coerced them probably into sex, whatever. The fact of the matter is, it drew some headlines to the point where
It was enough to demand hush money for. So
oh yeah, like
really
we're talking about
look.
millions of dollars of hush money, bro. Like 15 million at the most, probably even 18, I think. It's a crazy scandal going on, and it's still probably operating. However, well, I would say because of that, he had to resign his position from the company and give it over to not only his daughter but to Triple H, who used to be an active wrestler for the company. Now he is running behind the scenes work for the company. So Vince McMahon, but he came back. He forcibly came back. He got his team together and said, "I'm gonna come here with my mafia, bro." And he came back and is literally saying to the business or WWE and all of them, if you don't bring me back, I will not. This guy is such egotistical. I don't even want to cuss. He's very egotistical. Let's just say that, right? And he himself is like saying, if you don't have me come back, I will not sign on any other TV deals y'all got going forward for the company. You know what I'm saying? Whatsoever, which puts WWE in a really, really bad corner.
Yeah.
Period.
He's willing to sink his own company just to make sure he gets
back.
Yep.
He already made so much money, he don't even really care at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about the money at that point, though.
He trying to crash. He trying to crash the boat because he's like, yo, if I don't run it, there ain't nobody running it.
Yeah.
To a wall.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons why people don't like him being back is because, well, one, he just resigned from last year. That's that. Well, I'll say that's more so number two. Number one, he's been holding back his company for the last I don't know how many years. Where when you watch wrestling, it was not sometimes good. It was sometimes depressing to even watch WWE, like back to back, week to week, Raw, SmackDown. Even with WrestleMania coming up from last year, I still was not a fan of watching my weekly programming from there.
Yeah, it was as soon as Vince McMahon retired, was as soon as Braun Strowman came back,
the company got better.
Bray Wyatt came back. All these cats came back, and
because he unceremoniously fired them.
Being better. All this extra stuff just started being better because Vince McMahon was gone.
Yeah.
So,
but BZ, to my point about why Vince McMahon also hurt his business, can you explain to Anthony why some of the content from WWE was not being able to be watchable or become fun for everybody to tune in?
we speaking on the lines of his creative juices. He wasn't even really being as creative as Triple H. Like Triple H was running NXT at the time, which is the same company under WWE, but like a smaller version, like the upcoming matches. And Triple H running that, and it was putting on better. It was at one point putting on better matches than WrestleMania.
Then the whole entire main
roster. The whole roster.
And that's like, the
undercard was putting on better matches than the overcard. And then when they would send somebody from the undercard to the overcard, they wouldn't even look good when they transferred over because they're not even wrote right properly. So when Triple H came in and actually leveled the playing field and Vince McMahon left, WWE started feeling like NXT. And it was dope. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, I don't know. Vince McMahon got them cats scared. But if he writing the checks, what can you do?
That's true. That's true.
None of you writing the checks, and that's the reason why his daughter left. His daughter was like,
"Yeah." Part of the reason too is like if he gains full control of his company and is back to being a head career, he can fire all the stars that he don't want to be in his company. He can decide whether or not he wants to go in a different direction with certain stars. He can be, he has a tendency to feel very what's the word for it? Like he has his own favorites. He picks favorites. Whereas with Triple H, it's like there is favorites in mind, but also we can focus on establishing other stars coming into the company, which is what he should have always done, because Mr. Man has always heavily relied on too much nostalgia. Let's bring back Rock in. Let's bring back Steve Austin. Let's bring back Hulk Hogan. And Jesus, Hogan is relevant for what his time for what he's done for the 80s. He's relevant for his time for what he's done in the 90s. In the 2000s, you can say even sure too. But in the 2020s, nobody's looking forward to seeing Hulk Hogan sometimes in 2024, 25.
Nobody.
No offense to Hogan, but
all the offense to Hogan.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see him.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Steve Austin, as big of a star as he is, can't, always be there. He's not going to always be there. So you heavily rely on these older statesmen who have helped your company. You won't establish bringing in newer talent because you feel like there's no faith in them, which is all the more not true. This man has too much talent. It's like put like this: if you were in a music company, right? Mm-hmm. And what would be your music company specializing in? Just pick a genre, random genre. Rock. Okay. If you have about 6, 7, let's say the 8, I'll give you about 8 different talents. 4 of them are in a band, and 4 of them are probably single artists. You might have probably one band doing very well for your company, commercially, successfully, all that. The same thing with just the solo artist or his act as well. But everybody else in that company can also make you money, and they have potential, and they can do very well. But for some reason, they don't get enough spotlight. They don't get enough promotion on their names, and they're counting on you to help them out with your record label.
Right.
If you don't establish that, what you're telling your fans is they're not as important as these 2 top star acts that I have in my company.
Right.
But you want to establish them all the more further because they're with your company. So what you do is you micromanage not only them, you hurt them because now fans don't care about them. They'll probably enjoy listening to their music and hear them, but they're not probably interested to hear the next album or go to another tour or I'll say a show or something like that. That's why it's so deep, and I know it's a lot, but
a lot, right?
It's one of the main reasons why we just do not want Mr. Man coming back for the company, because he's at the point now where he's going to hurt it more often than not. If he hurts his company going forward, well, guess what? The other wrestling promotions that's outside WWE, if WWE's talents are getting released, Seth Rollins, I'm sorry, bro, you can go over to AEW and be Tyler Black.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You can Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, bro, but you're going to go to AEW and be their top star, man.
Yeah,
they need it. They're gonna need it because at this point, WWE will probably. What's sad is it may not be no more. And we're talking about a wrestling company that has been around for 4 and more, maybe more than 4 decades. From the 70s, the late 70s to the 80s to 90s to all that. It's been around, bro.
And what I'm understanding, what I'm hearing is, even if they sell it, Triple H is going with them, so they good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Triple H would still be the head writer and all of that stuff. They just the head person like Vince McMahon, it would just be somebody else. But they're gonna let Triple H run the ship like he's already doing. They just don't own it. They own it, and Triple H will be playing his position. They just have a new boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that WWE still be WWE, and I feel a lot better once they sell it to somebody else and let Triple H allow him to actually let Shawn Michaels do what he do in NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel even if somebody buys WWE, they have to talk to somebody in the WWE to keep that thing going. Because if they don't talk to somebody in it, then it will die. But I don't think that people are going to run away from it based off of a new boss. They're just going to be like, all right, well, you own it now, but let us let you know how this thing is supposed to be ran and see if they don't let them run it that way. But if they don't let them run it like way, they better have a backup plan to bring in somebody that's going to run it. And if they don't have a backup plan, then it is going to crash. But I just don't think it's going to crash. But it might. I hope it doesn't. It's a possibility. But WWE been around too long. And if it crashes, then AEW is the best official situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna be what they used to do with WCW. like take him out of business, literally.
It will
Literally.
literally
Which will be a
AEW will literally
different
be
cultural
that.
shift.
Yeah. And if you put
Different.
if you put if you put AEW with WWE, man, wrestling will be on a whole nother level.
It's over, bro.
Whole nother level, man. Especially if they, because I don't even know, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what kind of friction that's going to be?
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of the WWE characters who left from there to go to AEW because of the nonsense that was ran. Now you telling me the WWE shut down, so now they got to come over there with people that they did not rock with, man, bro.
That'll be crazy.
That's when WWE turns into a pay-per-view because them fights
Oh
are
yeah.
real. They ain't gonna be
yeah.
no fake fights. Them is gonna be real fights we're gonna see in the ring. They ain't gonna be able to
That's
control
a
that.
fact. That's
There's
a
gonna
fact,
be
bro.
real people fighting. They're gonna be like, yo, I don't like him for real. I really don't like him.
Yep.
Start
You,
well.
yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
And
Sometimes it gets like that
AEW,
too.
they already do that. So
Sometimes it gets like that too, bro.
you figure somebody like CM Punk, somebody like
That's
Dean
real
Ambrose,
too.
talking about Daniel Bryan, these people that was
Yeah.
epic people in the WWE. If the WWE shuts down and they officially have to go over there, you know Triple H and them being over there with people, CM Punk don't like them cats for real.
No.
He don't like them cats at all.
Because Punk seen how the business was going for WWE.
Exactly.
And not to mention too, I've listened to his interview with his now not friend Cole Cabana. That's a whole entire that's nerd discussion for another time.
Right.
Punk, he said it. He said WWE is bipolar, bro.
Facts.
Like they're a bipolar kind of company.
If
you work for that company, one minute they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Anthony Lombardo, man, you got the great physique. You do all this stuff is great. Blah blah blah. Man, we want to see you build some charisma. We want to see you talk. We want to see you do this." And the more he exceeds expectations from them, how would you overlook him not being their next star? Right. I'm just using him for example because at the end of the day, this is how they are. One minute they go, "Oh yeah, we're with you." Next minute they can go, "No, we're not."
We found somebody else. Yep.
If this man's not behind you, you're not succeeding in WWE.
No, not at all.
Triple H is not behind you, you're not succeeding in WWE. Period.
Yeah.
It's a selfish business. It's very competitive, and when you're there, it's like the music industry. It's very competitive. Everyone's like looking at the chart for that number one spot, that number one single, get that number one album, win a Grammy, all that, bro. So it's a real. Yes, it's entertaining. Yes, you can call it fake, all you want, whatever, predetermined nonsense. I don't care. We love this sport because we can relate to it. It's one of those things that it's like if you were to be a superhero or a supervillain, you could exist doing that forever. And not only that, you could literally be anything you want to be. That's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Plus, it's super relatable. Mental health wise, I can relate to it.
Yeah.
My life, going from bullying to being where I'm at now, I can relate to it. It's more than just. It's like if you was to watch a movie, it's suspended in full theater, in full on theater.
Mm-hmm.
Period, bro. Anthony, you had a question. You had a question when he mentioned about the WCW, AEW thing. You want to ask him something about that?
Well, we're here now.
Yes.
You're asking for here.
Sorry about that, bro.
Are you good? What's up?
I think I was going to ask, so WWE is being sold, right? Is Vince McMahon selling it?
Yeah.
They're planning on selling it right about now. It's not hasn't been sold quite yet, but yeah.
So why didn't he just transfer it over to his daughter and let it be? If he just decided to sell it all of a sudden, he doesn't need the money.
That's the easiest situation. Transferring it to your daughter, transforming it to Shane McMahon, his son, or giving it to Triple H. Either way, he just don't want them to run it.
He don't want them to run it, and plus it's his baby, it's his company, it's what he's been essentially with for the longest time. He don't know what to do with himself outside of this company. That's the sad part.
It makes no sense for him to sell it.
Yes, it doesn't make no sense, and that created a monster of fear for the locker room because everyone's like, could I potentially get fired? Could I potentially probably not be pushed the way I want to be pushed when I'm in that company? It creates a lot of different conversations for that to happen. And you got this guy who, let's face it, I'm sorry, I get it. He's getting older and whatever like that, but he is simply out of touch with reality right about now.
That happens with all types of people, though. Don't matter if they're older or not.
That's true.
Some people just get out of touch.
That's true.
Yeah.
I will say,
Yeah.
Triple H, even though he's in his 50s, is in touch. I think he's more in touch for what's going to happen, and eventually you're going to need somebody that's going to be more in touch. It's always going to happen. It's a repeating cycle. So the things that he's out of touch with, he'll probably get better of. But this McMahon, however, is simply he still relies on, no offense, stupid, dumb, silly gimmicks, silly characters, silly things that he wants, and he wants to put on comedy where it's like at times it's funny, and then there's times where it's just like, bro, it's not funny, bro. Just stop pushing it on there. He wants wrestling to be more like Disney. That's his idea. He wants to be the Walt Disney of professional wrestling. He does not want to be quote unquote, I love pro wrestling. We gonna have this great wrestling match. He's all about the characters. Like creating you as a character.
Not a mindset as far as him wanting it to be that's smart, because that's gonna forever have money. You're gonna forever have bread if you go the Disney route. But it's just not for us wrestling. Like, come on.
No. That's just how it is, bro.
Bro.
It's a very interesting way to put it. He's going the Disney route. Never heard that before.
Oh, yeah. He's always been wanting to be Disney. Like,
when you go the Disney route, you know what I'm saying? You become more commercial. You it's almost like do you watch sports at all?
Not really. I mean, I used to take part of them, and I know general stuff.
Okay, so you watched football before, like back in the day, football, now present football?
Repeat that question, sorry.
Do you watch football, like football?
My friends do.
Or was it basketball? Did you watch basketball a little bit more?
I just don't watch sports much.
Okay, cool. No, because I was saying this because, like, it's night and day the way that they used to play. Like, back in the day when you watch somebody get hit by football, if you watch a highlight, somebody just get, damn. And it was just like, yo, it's exciting about how crazy that dude got hit. Now, and that was no flags. Now, if somebody hits them like that, they get fined. See how the league got softer? It's the same thing in WWE. Back in the day, WWE, even though it was fake in people's minds, Ric Flair would have a cut in his head. His whole match, this whole face will be all bloody. We're watching it like, yo, that's awesome. Now, they get a slap on the wrist, and you can see the fakeness of them falling now. That's Disney. More Disney, more you can be on TV. Less Disney is more pay-per-view.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And that's what he's doing. He's trying to, I think that's what he was trying to do. And I think that's what AEW is doing the opposite of. That's why they're all late.
Yes, right.
Hit with a sledgehammer, you getting hit with chairs, they're jumping everywhere, there's blood, there's all that. But there's a timing for it. But Vince McMahon is trying to go on what I think he's on Fox, TBS. What
you got Fox? You talking about? Sorry, I just started like crazy. You talking about Tony Khan or from AEW?
What channel is SmackDown and Raw on?
I just started like crazy. Vince McMahon, he's with Fox and he's with USA.
Yeah, now those two. Now what's AEW with?
AEW is with TNT and TBS.
TNT and TBS, and I think TNT and TBS, they have a time limit on the vulgar stuff. It has to be at a later time, right?
Sure.
And I think Raw and SmackDown is done by what, 9?
I believe so. Yeah. But they also have a certain target demographic. They want to appeal to kids and children.
Exactly.
Where you got the 18 to 49 demographic with AEW and overall, yeah.
Exactly, and that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Which I honestly love the most. I love AEW more for that reason because it makes because the WWE micromanages everything. You gotta be a character. If you're not a character, you gotta be a certain wrestler. If you can only do about a 5-10 minute match, you probably don't get over like that. They want to tell stories more so, whereas AEW is like we're wrestling centric, but we can also like talk the talk when we get on the microphone. It's like the newest Attitude Era mixed with ECW. You watch that company, that's what you get for that company. The reason why I say it might potentially run WWE out of business is because it's a hot thing in spite of recent events where people will tell you some things about AEW that they don't really like. And I can understand that too. If you're a WWE lifer, I get that. But to me, I feel like WWE can only do so much for so long. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't want to see no more wrestling events with them or see other stars be established. AEW is getting to a point now where they're not WWE's where they're not doing benefits for everybody they have involved with the company.
Right.
So with that being said, AEW actually can. They just gotta try harder on some things they needed to and build up perfectly. But other than that, no promotion as far as professional wrestling is going to be perfect. It's just it comes down to if everyone's happy and satisfied for where they're at right now.
Right.
And with Vince McMahon, WWE is still going to remain company. They're still going to be going forward. They're not going to go nowhere. So I still have hope that they will remain with each other. However, if Vince McMahon is still with WWE after the sale is over with, and he is trying his hardest, this guy, I swear, to me, he's like a devil. I'm sorry. If this guy remains off of being a leech and somehow regains control of his company and is back to being the head of creative for his company, I'm sorry. I'm tuning out watching WWE. I'm going back to AEW.
You can't really do that after a sale, though, right? That's not really a stipulation.
You got a point. You definitely got a point. Yeah.
That's true. That's 1,000% true.
Yeah.
He wants to be a part. He wants to be involved at least for something because he knows he's not going to be there no more.
If I were buying the company from him, I would not have him involved like that because it ain't his company.
Yeah, true.
Oh, and they're already suing it. They're still suing him too. He's getting sued for other different things that he's doing wrong, that he's violating. And not to mention, he just set up with a case with a girl who claimed that he did something bad to her, and he ended up solving that case by still managing to get through by, and he paid her. I think she won $15 million out of that.
Wow.
And I'm like, he still got off with this girl who may be telling the truth about Vince McMahon because it's been talked about for years, and he was able to still get off with that this year in 2020.
That's possible.
He gets away with everything. He got away with a steroid trial at one point years ago.
People online get away with a lot less than this guy.
No.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He survived a lot, and it came to us towards 2022, where everyone was like, finally, he's out. He's away.
Yeah, we was like, yo, thank God he's out of here. But then I came right back and was just like, you could feel that he came back. He was just like, oh God.
The shows got better after he left, bro. They got way, way better.
Yeah.
More tunable.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This man guy, don't get me wrong. I love what he's done for everything he's done with the business. I appreciate how he took WWE and created sports entertainment. And he took it out because his dad used to own the company from years ago. So we're talking about the McMahons have been around for centuries. His dad was the owner at first, and he ran it longer than his dad would do it.
Yeah, when I was McMahon, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So
you would not have no Rock, you would have no Austin, you wouldn't have no Undertaker, you wouldn't have no John Cena, you wouldn't have characters, you wouldn't have storytelling, none of that. It wasn't for this
Triple H's, none of that.
And you even want to heck with it. You wouldn't even have celebrities involved with the idea of a professional wrestling concept if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
So, and he's done a lot to give the guy some credit. He's also marketed him into movies. He did try doing a football program called the XFL. He failed miserably.
The XFL. He sold the XFL to The Rock though. The Rock owns it now, and the XFL is popping right now. It's one of the best football leagues. Period. Right now, it's popping right now.
Some people being negative about it, but I haven't watched it.
They be hating because they so used to the they so used to the NFL. It's not the NFL. The rules are totally different and everything, but the excitement of it is dope. Like the XFL games is definitely dope. Every game is an exciting game.
I feel like I've heard of some kind of, I don't know. I'm getting a flashback to like this football movie where this guy came from the NFL or tried to get in the NFL, didn't get in the NFL, and then went to some other thing, and he was a little disappointed, but it was also like, this is kind of different.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was some movie. I don't remember it though.
It might be. I'm trying to think what movie is like that.
I think I know what you're talking about. What movie was that?
They said it was he thought it was a bit of a circus, but it was like you know,
Hmm.
I don't remember the name, but
I'm going to look up for my movies right about now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Y'all want to talk about something different? Y'all can, bro. I don't even know.
I'm about to go
it
to
might
work.
be. Is it Friday Night Lights? I don't know.
Friday Night Lights.
It might be Friday Night Lights.
It might be Friday Night
I
Lights
forget the storyline with Friday Night Lights
or
though.
Draft Day.
Draft Day was good. The one for the Browns, but he wasn't. He was only a coach though. He wasn't a player.
Okay, got you. The Blind Side, Marshall. We Are Marshall. That was a sad movie.
What you call it? Remember the Titan with Denzel
Remember
Washington.
the Titans with Denzel? You can go ahead and look. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Unless you want to take the camera or something.
Yep. I'll just go ahead and grab it from here. Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to turn around.
Right, bro.
Anyways, so yeah, bro.
Y'all good? I'm about to get ready to go to work.
Yes, sir, bro. Woo! What a talk, right? What wrestling talk? This might be the best compared to the last one. I think I love this one the more.
Yeah, this one is a dope episode.
Yeah, bro. So you want to wrap things up right now?
I can't find it. Whatever.
He can't find it. He talked in his country accent just now. I can't find it.
When I get angry, I start getting a country accent.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Whatever.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'm gonna go ahead and say subscribe, like, comment, share amongst your friends, amongst your family. Oh yeah, let me plug in my King Line podcast right quick with my guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on my channel from Josiah Willis, where I do reactions. Look up Josiah Willis. That's my name. I do music reactions and show reactions, all that stuff. And I also have a podcast with this brother right here, this bro, my homie. We do the King Life podcast here at our radio station. We're actually in our radio room.
We are in the production studio right
Yes,
now.
we are. So you can see all the details. So yeah, man, we are going to be doing that going forward. So go ahead and check out that channel on YouTube, the King Life podcast. Yeah, man. And so what else do I have to plug in? Oh yeah, my social media right quick. Follow me on Facebook at Josiah Willis. Instagram King_Josiah1168, and on Twitter at King Josiah168. You will follow me on there, and you'll see all my content. Beezy?
All right. Follow me on Facebook under Montel. Just call me Monty McNeil. Follow me on Facebook again for the Watt City Worldwide ENT with the Queen. Our music page. We got our Instagram page, f.o.c_enterprise page on Instagram. Also my Just Call Me Monty Just Call Me Monty Instagram. Follow me on Twitter under Just Call Me Monty. Follow me on TikTok, Monty King Gigawatt. Dang. Follow me on Spotify. You Google me on Spotify, Spotify, Apple Music. Just Call Me Monty if you type that in. FOC Enterprise as well for Spotify, any other music, all platforms. Like I said, I dropped the Vault mixtape February 22nd. Dropped the Vault mixtape March.
Fire mixtape. Listen to it, please.
April 22nd. I'm dropping another one. Got another mixtape. What's it called? Monty McFly drops April 14th.
Fire.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
Yes, sir.
And what else? I think that's it. Am I plugging everything in? My YouTube channel, Just Call Me Monty. It's called official. Just Call Me Monty. That's my YouTube channel. I'll be talking about everything or whatever you want on there, from football debates to basketball debates to I don't even remember, relationship Thursdays or whatever. I was making up all types of stuff and just had mad content. Just go check it out, man. We had a versus local artists was doing verses on my pages and stuff like that. So
that's very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. So follow me wherever.
Anthony, you have your social media?
Follow me on the King Life podcast. That's where you can find me.
I love this guy, bro. So yes, yeah, we got that all squared away. All right, we are the live outlet. Podcast, the group sessions, whatever you want to call this. We are not being put under a box or whatever. Oh, excuse me.
Put into a box.
And make sure y'all
Put it in the box. I mean,
in the comments, make sure y'all let Rail Riley and Ebony know how y'all feel about them missing an episode.
right,
Let them
man.
know that in the comments.
Yeah, Rail.
Because
Yeah.
Rail don't like wrestling. They get mad when we bring it up.
Yup.
Ebony don't like wrestling. They hang up on us on FaceTime when we bring it up. So
They
we be
do.
having to sneak our wrestling conversations in, you know what I'm saying, which is mad rude, but
So
it
rude, bro.
is
No love, man. No love.
crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Comments on how y'all feel about that madness they be on.
Yes, sir. Well, I love you, Beezy, man, and I hope we can have some more talks about this next time, bro.
Yep, for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, bro.
We out.
Peace.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.